I don't know how to have dreams that aren't nightmares, because all my life, all that I ever really wanted, all that I ever really aspired for was escaping that fucking house. I'd go to music practice and it was like I was so fucking checked out. I'd get called on it too, and I didn't know what the fuck to say. I didn't know how to explain myself, and it was like I looked like the degenerate, you know? And I'd go to work and everyone else was like fucking around and goofing off and just like having fun and not taking the job seriously, because it was just, you know, it didn't deserve to be taken seriously. And I was working like my fucking life depended on it, because that's how it felt. And it was like the second that I got out of there, the second that I had a place to myself, and I got everything that I thought I wanted, and what did I do? I fucking imploded upon myself. It was like when I was not being abused or controlled, it was like I didn't know how to be a person and how to I felt like I was playing a game that I didn't know any of the rules to. And rather than attempt to learn, I instead locked myself in my room, cheap dopamine, fucking drugs and isolation and the internet and unfinished projects. I had all of these ideas of things that like maybe hypothetically I could be, but I was so detached from all of it. I was so detached from myself. Like, I was just living from moment to moment, really. Like, I was not thinking about the future. I was not thinking about I wasn't thinking about any of that shit. And to be honest, I wasn't thinking about other people. I wasn't thinking about people's feelings. I wasn't thinking about any of that shit. I didn't care. I honestly didn't care. So if that's not obvious, I didn't give a shit about other people. I didn't care about treating other people well, about coming through for people, about being considerate, you know. I was that fucker who'd call people like 4 o'clock in the morning and be like mad that they didn't answer. It's just like, needless to say, I lost some friends during that time, because fucking obviously. And it's like, there was this part of me that always wanted to be understood, and then I found people who did understand the darkness, the filth, the degeneracy, the everything. And they were mirrors to me and my own behavior, my own thought process. And you know, I was fucking disgusted. I was disgusted with them. And I didn't fully clock that I was disgusted with the way they reflected myself back to me. It's like there's this part of me that, like, even now, honestly, like, it's like I want someone to understand how I feel, and then someone creates something, someone puts something out there, and I'm like mad that they did it first. I'm like mad that my suffering was not a novel idea, yet I don't want to be alone. And I know how to make things and throw things into the world, I guess, and I just pray that'll save me, honestly. I don't have a plan. I don't have an idea. I don't have a self-concept. I'll write and I'll create, and I'll hope that that's enough. And I was always so afraid to, like, put myself out there. Like, I was afraid to actually full send it, to actually say how I really felt. And you know what? If you water yourself down so much, you start to fucking drown. And it's like the most pathetic type of drowning. You're like drowning inside of your own body. So nobody sees that you're suffering. You just look fucking stupid. You look like you're just like tweaking out for no reason. Because like you're torturing your own self. And I don't know. I had so many experiences in my life where I did say how I really felt, and I was punished for it, and that made me scared, and that made me retreat inward. And sometimes you gotta do things when you're scared. And some people say to, like, gaslight yourself into thinking that you're not actually afraid. That, like, oh, I'm actually excited, I'm not scared. I don't know. Whatever. If it works, it works. But I think there's something to be said about saying, I'm fucking terrified. I feel like I am gonna scream and I'm gonna have a nervous breakdown and my hands are shaking, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And I think sometimes, even within the context of our closest relationships, even within the context of therapy, we're scared to say what we actually mean. Like, oh, you're so angry you could, like, almost punch a wall. It's like, no, you're so angry that you want to, like, take the nearest object, and you know specifically in your head what object it is, and bash this person's fucking brains in. Oh my god, I can't talk. Like, but like, you water it down. You water it down. And when people don't water it down, you feel uncomfortable because it's a mirror to you not feeling like you can be honest with yourself. And I think this world needs more honesty. I think for too long we've just kind of tried to maintain the status quo, and it's blowing up in everyone's face. And I think more people are waking up to that. But anyway, my whole like artist statement, concept, whatever, is expressing honestly how I feel. Even if that makes people uncomfortable. Even if it makes myself uncomfortable. Because if you don't acknowledge something, then it's just kind of there. And you can't fix a problem if you don't act like it's there. And you can't be better if you don't acknowledge that there's a gap between where you are and where you're supposed to be. Because honestly, I was thinking about making YouTube videos like 10 plus years ago, and I didn't do it because I felt like I wasn't good enough to, like, I felt like I needed to be this like better version of myself to be able to be perceived. And the thing is that like 10 plus years went by and I still kind of feel that way, honestly. Like, I kind of thought maybe I'd be sitting with some fancy fucking ring light with, you know, my makeup done and everything. And, like, that'll happen at some point, I'm sure. But, like, I don't know. I just, I wasn't, I was in that liminal space of just, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm also not taking any action. And it was just like, it was so weird. It's like I was avoiding the discomfort of trying something new and maybe being bad at it or not having success or getting made fun of or whatever. But I was instead living in a worse discomfort of, I'm not doing what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not doing the things that I want to do. And I don't know. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is if you feel like you're not good enough, maybe you're not. Maybe you'll never be good enough. But, like, if that's the case, then who fucking cares? Do it anyway. I don't know. at least that's my thought anyway. And I have some time in my hands, so I will post a lot more. I'll post some more refined things. I don't know. I guess I figured I'd put a name to the face and maybe just one person can relate, or maybe I said something poetic in here that I can use for something. I don't know. Speaking into the void and seeing if the void wants to speak back.